Incarnate is directed by Brad Peyton, and Brad Peyton has directed some of the most beautiful films in most recent memory of San Andreas, Cats vs. Dogs 2, Journey to the Center of the Earth 2, and the upcoming video game movie Rampage. And this movie stars Aaron Eckhart and the young boy that was in The Darkness earlier this year, and I think he's in the Gotham show as well. And this is about a scientist with the ability to enter the subconscious minds of the possessed. And he must save a young boy from the grips of a demon with powers never seen before while facing horrors of his past. This movie takes an unconventional route with its possession movies. Usually the guy comes in and says, "The power of Christ compels you," and just throws holy water at them, and then they pray, and then the end. Here he sits in the room with them, puts himself into near death, and then enters the subconscious of the other person, tells the person in the minds, and hey, you're in a dream-like state, and there's a demon in here, and we're trying to get them out of here. Just kind of kick them out of the mind, and that's the way that he saves the people. And I thought that was a very unconventional way to tell a possession horror film. Unfortunately, this movie is very similar to Inception, even having a small token that is very important to you, so you know that you're in a dream, and that's what Inception was about. So it's Inception with exorcism and possessions and whatnot. And I like that it took a different route with its storytelling, but still kind of, stole a lot from Inception. This movie started off promising. For me, it was pretty cool opening with the young boy and how he got the demon inside of him. I liked the opening sequence for that, but unfortunately everything after that was dull. It was boring. It was a snore fest. The storyline couldn't keep me invested in the movie as well. The actor, Aaron Eckhart, who has had a really great year with Sully and Bleed for this, he wasn't bad, but he was just boring. He just had like a gravelly voice, and it was just deep, and it was just like, why? It's adding nothing to the movie whatsoever. And the movie's just, it's boring. They had nothing too scary going on in the movie, and when they attempt it, it's only for the sake of trying to have a jump scare. There's moments where in the story, it adds nothing to the storyline whatsoever, but they go back to certain places just so they can get a jump scare out of you guys. It's like, why? It's, it's pointless. It adds nothing to the storyline. At least have something that has effect to the story and what we're watching. The movie just drags at a very slow pace, and the movie's only an hour and a half long, and when they get to the end and the climatic moments and trying to save the young boy, it's nothing too crazy. The boy doesn't twist his head around and climb up the walls and puke at someone. He just sits crisscross applesauce on the floor, and that's it. It's nothing too crazy. So the movie does have a promising story to it, but unfortunately it's very boring. The jump scares are there just for the sake of having you jump and be scared, and it's nothing too effective. It's just another horror film. I thought it would be interesting, but it just snuck up out of nowhere in December, and now it's here, and I'll forget about it down the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Incarnate a D+. I didn't even know anything about Incarnate until like Wednesday before it came out. I'm like, oh, guess what I'm seeing this weekend? Incarnate. I wish I didn't know anything about it. So this is Just Watches Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.